in Detroit. Andrew, now bringing in host of Newsmax America Right Now, Tom Basile. He's also an opinion columnist for the Washington Times, a former George W. Bush administration official, and here in studio, the former managing editor of Forbes and host of the What's Bugging Me podcast, Dennis Kneale, author of the new best-selling book, Oregoners, How One State Chased Away Businesses and People. Tom, I'll start with you. El-Sayed, wow, what a smooth talker, reaching out to his brothers and sisters that are Jewish. He wants to end all aid to Israel, and that's not even the most alarming thing. I mean, there's a long list of the things that he is for. Your reaction to the way he was able to slide to victory, and how much of this falls on the incumbent, Haley Stevens, for just running a bad campaign as well?
Well, look, he is very smooth. He had the DSA infrastructure behind him, which is a human infrastructure. And what it does is it goes out and it gets the vote out. He's a good talker, a lot like Mondami. And you saw there, he's reaching out to Jewish voters. This is a guy who has praised the Muslim Brotherhood, which is a terrorist organization that wants to wipe out Jews and Christians. So what Mike Rogers now needs to do is he needs to start really going after disaffected Democrats. This was a very bitter campaign, and there are traditional liberals out there who do not want an Islamist socialist, regardless of what he calls himself, as their senator, and he should be going after moderates and independent voters in Michigan. He can put a coalition together now to win.
Well, you heard El-Sayed wants 5 debates with Rogers, and he's putting a time frame on it, say, let me know by the end of the day. Okay, so the other thing, too, Hassan Piker, who also said America deserved 9/11, he was there at the victory party. He's there, and also who flew in Malak Quiros, the far-left Democrat socialist of Colorado. And, you know, Dennis, if people think that he just came out of nowhere, no. El-Sayed ran to be governor. He lost the primary in Michigan in 2018. But this has been, the progressives have been working on this. And now with Mamdani, they've got it. And now with El-Sayed, many are looking at Michigan and saying, hey, this is what's going to happen. This is going to be a bigger bellwether of these candidates.
Yes, there is this strange overlap between socialists, and the DSA in particular, and Muslims. And the Muslim influence on the socialist movement is really kind of disturbing, because if you look at Muslims and what they say, they do not like America. They hate America. They want to change our system. How can someone possibly run for office? And it'll be interesting in the analysis of the vote breakdown. Was this the big issue, Israel? Because Haley Stevens supported funding Israel and giving them defensive and offensive weapons, and this guy opposes it. And it is an illustration of what the author Gad Saad calls suicidal empathy in his new book. People, I mean, if Jews vote for a Muslim who wants to defund and oppose Israel, my gosh, what are they thinking?
And here's the thing. They're coming for Schumer, and they're coming for Hakeem Jeffries. They want to say it's a big tent, and that's why folks like this are being elected. But, you know, make no mistake, they are on an incredible roll here. And, you know, Tom, picking up on what Dennis just said about the hatred for America, you wrote this incredible piece saying, can these DSA candidates even legally take an oath of office under the Constitution? I want to put up what you wrote here in the Washington Times, because this is a very important point. If you are unable to faithfully and truthfully take the oath of office because they support dismantling the Constitution, you cannot be seated. How far do you think that the Republicans can take this?
Look, I think it's a really novel legal question, but its time has come, and Republicans need to be looking at this now and putting a legal question, putting the legal defense of this together. But the founders of this country were very clear that there would be threats from within the country to the stability and the future of this Constitution. And the oath, the fact that they need to take an oath not to their constituency, but to the Constitution, is in the Constitution. Yeah. It is also in federal statute. DSA-supported candidates can't faithfully and truthfully take the oath to defend that Constitution. And Mike Johnson and his legal team should be looking at a challenge to even seating these guys should they actually win.
Yeah, and I think, too, and Dennis is going to stick around for the full show today, but You know, you even saw Scott Galloway saying, "Oh, what is Mom Downey doing now?" You have to wonder, not just the Jewish vote in Michigan, but you also have the auto workers, you have the black vote. Are they going to look and say this is buyer's remorse here after what just went down with this Senate race? Got to leave it there, Dennis. I know you'll be around for the next few segments here. And